Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey Cowboys family, today we're diving deep into a story that's been brewing for a while but has just reached a crucial turning point. The Dallas Cowboys, a team that's always under the microscope, especially during the high-stakes moments of the NFL season, seem to be inching closer to a significant turning point in their 2025-26 campaign. And trust me, what's happening right now could have profound implications, not just for their immediate playoff hopes, but for how this team is shaping up for the future. We're talking about injuries, comebacks, tactical adjustments, and what this means in the grand scheme of their season, their history, and their rivalry with the rest of the league. Now, the big headline that's been circulating among fans, analysts, and insiders is about the Dallas secondary, specifically the defensive backfield, the backbone of any championship-caliber team. It's no secret that the Cowboys secondary has faced significant hurdles this season, mainly because of injuries. But as of late, there's been a noticeable shift. The blackout of injuries might be lifting, and that's not just wishful thinking. It's backed by recent reports and the latest updates from coach Brian Schottenheimer. The news is promising, and it has the potential to change everything for Dallas. Imagine being a Cowboys fan right now. You've seen the struggles firsthand, cornerbacks going down, safeties missing games, the secondary exposed in critical moments. It's been a rough ride, no doubt. But now, things are finally starting to look up. Trevon Diggs, the all-pro cornerback who's been sidelined with that knee injury, is nearing his return to the field. Just picture the impact of getting Diggs back into the fold. His presence is not just about covering receivers. It's about leadership, confidence, and the strategic flexibility that only a player of his caliber can bring. When Diggs is on the field, the entire secondary elevates. Opposing quarterbacks think twice before throwing deep, and that's a game changer. But then, as if the injury situation wasn't enough of a roller coaster, the Cowboys faced an unexpected setback during their Thanksgiving win over the Kansas City Chiefs. Malik Hooker, the starting safety who had been instrumental in stabilizing the secondary, had to leave the game due to injury concerns. This naturally raised alarms among fans and analysts alike. After all, losing a key player during a crucial game just before heading into a tough stretch of the season could be disastrous. The good news? The team's head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, offered some reassurance in his recent comments. He shared that Malik Hooker was dealing with back spasms, an issue that's common in the NFL, but also one that can be managed with proper rest and treatment. Here's where it gets interesting. Schottenheimer mentioned that Malik has been dealing with this problem since Thursday afternoon, but with a full week until the Week 14 showdown against the Detroit Lions, there's reason to believe he'll be ready to go. This is a critical development. The Lions, led by Jared Goff and known for their explosive offense, are no pushovers. They're one of the top teams in the NFC, with a potent passing game and a run scheme that can keep defenses guessing. Facing them with a secondary that's at full strength would be a game changer for Dallas. It's worth noting that earlier this season, Malik Hooker had to sit out 4 games due to a toe injury. That kind of disruption can be difficult to overcome, especially for a team fighting for playoff positioning. Now, with the potential return of Hooker and Diggs, the Cowboys could be entering December with arguably their healthiest secondary in nearly 2 years. Think about that, 2 years. That's a significant milestone. It's a testament to the resilience of this team, their medical staff, and the coaching staff's ability to manage injuries and get players back on the field. So, what does this mean in the larger context? Well, for one, it's a massive boost heading into a pivotal stretch. The Cowboys are currently vying for a high seed in the NFC, and every game counts. The Week 14 clash against the Lions could very well determine their playoff seeding, and ultimately their path through the postseason. The NFC is incredibly competitive this year, with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and even the Lions themselves vying for supremacy. Having a healthy secondary against a team like Detroit, which thrives on offensive innovation, could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. Now, let's consider the statistical side of things. Trevon Diggs, before his injury, was among the league leaders in pass breakups and interceptions. His return would bolster a secondary that's already been tested, but has shown flashes of brilliance. Malik Hooker's role as a safety, combining coverage, run support, and playmaking, has been vital. His ability to read the quarterback, make crucial tackles, and create turnovers is what often shifts momentum in close games. When both players are available, the Cowboys' defensive scheme becomes much more versatile and unpredictable. Furthermore, the secondary's performance in recent weeks has been a mixed bag. Against strong offenses, They've held their ground at times, but lapses have occurred, especially in coverage on deep routes. It's this inconsistency that has kept fans on edge, but the potential return of Diggs and the recovery of Hooker suggest that those issues may soon be a thing of the past. This is especially true because the coaching staff has been emphasizing scheme adjustments, more zone coverage, better communication, and increased pressure on the quarterback. Think about the implications for the team's overall defensive ranking. Right now, Dallas's defense ranks in the middle of the league in passing yards allowed, but with the secondary at full strength, they could move into the top tier. That would make them a nightmare for any offense they face in the playoffs. Remember, defense wins championships, and having a secondary that can lock down receivers and create turnovers often makes the difference in high-pressure late-season games. But of course, all of this hinges on health. The NFL season is a brutal grind, and injuries are part of the game. The Cowboys have had to shuffle their defensive backfield multiple times this year, which has affected their rhythm. The hope is that this recent update about Malik Hooker's back spasms being manageable and Trevon Diggs nearing his return means that they're finally getting closer to their optimal lineup. It's a game of patience, but also of strategic timing. How quickly can they get this secondary back to full strength before the real battles begin? Now, shifting gears a bit, let's look at the broader picture. The Cowboys' season so far has been a roller coaster, wins that fuel hope, losses that bring doubts. But one thing remains clear. Their defense has always been their backbone, and with these injury updates, it seems they are on the verge of re-establishing that dominance. The coaching staff, led by Schottenheimer, has done a commendable job managing the roster amidst adversity, and their plans now are clearly geared toward peaking at the right time. When we analyze their recent performances, you notice that the team's resilience has been tested repeatedly. The win against the Chiefs on Thanksgiving was a pivotal moment, not just because of the victory itself, but because of what it represented. It showed grit, adaptability, and a willingness to fight through adversity. The secondary played a crucial role in that game, especially in key third-down stops and in limiting Kansas City's explosive plays. Now, imagine amplifying that performance with the return of Diggs and the health of Hooker. The possibilities are exciting. Let's also not forget the importance of the upcoming schedule. The Lions are a formidable challenge, but they're also a team that can be exploited if Dallas's secondary is at full strength. Jared Goff is a talented quarterback, no doubt, but he's also prone to mistakes when pressured. The Cowboys' pass rush, combined with a healthy secondary, could create turnovers and set the tone for the game. This matchup could be a real test of how well Dallas's defense has improved and whether they can translate their potential into consistent execution. And what about the fans? Oh, the excitement is palpable. The buzz around Dallas is growing, especially among those who have been waiting for their secondary to fully click. The return of Diggs is seen as a game changer, and every practice update fuels the hope that Malik Hooker will be back in time to make a difference. Social media is alive with debates, predictions, and celebrations about these potential comebacks. It's a testament to how much this team means to their fan base. Every injury, every comeback, every game is part of a larger story that fans follow with passion. Now, speaking of the league, how does this situation compare to other NFC teams vying for the top spots? The Eagles, for example, have been remarkably consistent, but their secondary has faced injuries of their own. The 49ers boast one of the best defenses in the league, but also have had their share of health issues. If Dallas can get its secondary back to full strength, they might become the team to beat in the NFC. It's all about timing and execution, something the Cowboys have been working tirelessly to perfect. Looking ahead, the key questions are, how quickly can they get Diggs back into game shape? Will Malik Hooker be fully healthy and able to contribute at his usual high level? And most importantly, can the coaching staff implement the right schemes to maximize their talents? The next few weeks will be crucial, not just for this season, but for establishing a foundation for future success. The NFL is unforgiving, and every game is a battle, but with these health updates, Dallas's outlook appears significantly brighter. In the end, this story isn't just about injuries or returns. It's about resilience, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. It's about a team that's faced setbacks but refuses to give up. And it's about fans who dream of a deep playoff run, clutch moments, and revisiting the glory days of Cowboys' dominance. The upcoming game against Detroit will be a litmus test. Can Dallas's secondary hold up under pressure? Will the return of Diggs and the recovery of Hooker be enough to turn the tide? These questions keep fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting what's next. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Do you believe this secondary can be the key to a playoff push? Are you optimistic about Diggs and Hooker returning in time? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Remember, the NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint, and it's during these critical moments that legends are made. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's see how this story unfolds. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Cowboys.